DJ Mann, mostly sports.
Where does the team name come from?
The team name actually originates from a podcast, a sports podcast, hosted by one of my teammates, Jay Devlin, and another one of my teammates, Mike Scavati. And the two of them have been running this podcast together for a while. Tuesday nights on UBN radio and also on iHeartRadio, where they discuss, sports, pop culture. Right now, the hot item is The Bachelorette. That even gets my mom to tune in. So Jay is a Bachelorette savant, I would say.
How did this team come together?
So the team came together a few years ago. Not a few. At this point, it's probably about 7 now. Jay Devlin moved out here from Delaware County, Pennsylvania, and in the Philadelphia suburbs, namely Delaware County, there's a pretty tight-knit basketball community. Jay's a couple years older than myself and Brian and Jeff Miller, but we all played in the same leagues together, and we made our friendships there. And then once Jay moved out, I guess I came out to visit a couple times. Brian eventually moved out, and then I was stuck in Mississippi, so I was trying to go anywhere. I mean, Siberia was I didn't really have any connections there, and the weather's better in LA, so I decided I'd move to LA because I had a little bit of a extended family out here. So once I came out here, as we played a few years ago in Philadelphia the first year with El Vino, which was all Philadelphia area guys, and then last year when I found out I was moving to LA, or when I decided to move to LA. And we looked at we were very late in the game last year, and we saw, the votes in the West weren't too outrageous. And probably with like 3 weeks left, I said, hey, you guys want to put a team together? We have Brian, Jay, and myself. I mean, if we could find 4 other guys that want to play, this was a great experience the first year. Let's try to see if we can get ourselves back in it. So from there, Jay reached out to an old roommate of his, Brandon Brooks, who is the women's water polo coach at UCLA and a former Olympian, and a couple other buddies of his, and we were able to field a team. We had a couple guys that couldn't make it last year, so we were low on numbers, but we went out there and did what we could.
What would it mean for you guys to win TBT?
Winning TBT would be pretty amazing. Money aside, money is obviously a great motivator and a reason why a lot of people would join the tournament. But I think for guys like us, first of all, we're probably older than most everybody. So, we have, several factors playing into our underdog and pride roles. So, the fact that we're older than most teams, the fact that, not all of us, we don't have any big names, and we're just a bunch of guys that want to go out and play scrappy, play hard, see what we can do. And if what we can do is win TBT, I mean, we'll definitely party harder than anybody else that would win TBT. I can guarantee that, because that is one thing that we know how to do.
Which team in your region besides yourselves do you think is the best?
I think the Gonzaga team is really good, especially with the addition of Justin Burrell. Because, I mean, that guy can really play, and he's a great athlete. But just the fact that they have a lot of experience, they have a guy like Dan Dickow who has like 9 or 10 years in the league. Still, with all that time logged in the league, he's not an old guy. They got a lot of size. And they come from a program where, they all played in the same system. It wasn't like they were broken up over a bunch of different coaches. And so they know the system. They have a familiarity with each other, and just like us, we play for each other because we're all from the same place, and they're all representing something in Gonzaga. So they've got something to play for, and I think they're going to be a really tough team.